So there is a section in Search Console that I think a lot of people ignore or don't actually know that's there. And it's really valuable and it saves you crawling a site to find out valuable information. So it's called the Crawl Stats Report. So I'll show you where to find it. So if you go into Search Console, I'll go onto my property. A lot of people, including me, go into the page coverage report, which is under indexing pages, so we can see how many pages are not indexed and indexed. We can see why pages aren't indexed, any errors that need fixing. Like this, I've got 29 404s on my site at the minute. Not necessarily a problem unless they've got internal links to them. But the crawl stats report is where a lot of value can be found, where we can really decipher how how Google's crawlers are actually seeing a site and seeing the different types of pages. So if we go to Google Search Console, the property, go to settings, then go to crawl stats, open report, just there. So here we can see the amount of crawl requests to your site, total download size, average response time. And this is where it gets really interesting. So it breaks down your website by status code, by response. So we can see how many pages are okay, 200, not found 404, moved permanently 301, not modified 304. In an ideal case scenario, they'd all be 200 and we'd get rid of all the sort of wheat from the chaff. Wouldn't have any 404 pages. So this is where you can look into these pages and start to reduce this number and this ratio. We can see it by file type. So we can see my site is quite CSS heavy, quite JavaScript heavy. It's got 70% HTML, and then there are images and a bit of JSON as well. I mean, that's not an ideal ratio, so that might be something I look to work on, reduce a bit of the JavaScript. Rendered HTML is the most important file type by far, and it helps Google see the sort of skeleton of the website, see what's actually on there in the foundations, the meta tags, metadata, the content. If it's really JavaScript heavy, there can be issues with crawlability. And we can see the pages by purpose, so we can see refresh pages, which is like the default option, then pages that are appearing in discovery. And we can also see the Googlebot type, so we can see smartphone, desktop, page resource load, image, ad spot. So even if you've not got Screaming Frog, even if you've not got Sitebulb or any other crawler, this gives you a really good sort of indication into the different status codes on the site and the different file types. These are the main two that I tend to look at. So I'd have a look at the 301 redirect, for example, freelance SEO services for gadget shops, and then we can start to go, okay, does this have any links? So we'll inspect the URL. URL's not in Google, which is good. No referring sitemaps, no referring pages. And that's when we'd start to delve a little bit deeper. We might do a crawl of the site, find links to these. Um, but yeah, utilize this crawl request report. If you've got a lot of issues there, then it may trigger a full crawl and yeah, utilize it as much as you can.